I have to have my lunch between 9:50 and 10:10. That's why. So let's open our books, please, guys. So we will be continue working on past simple. Yeah, past simple. So remember that is our main topic. Yeah, because this is a little bit, I wouldn't say complicated, but sometimes you guys complicate your life. Yeah. There's a grammar reference, so let's go to the grammar reference. You don't need to go here to this page because I'm going to explain the grammar. Yeah. It's something that we have seen. It's not new. Yeah. Well, we have the past simple. The past simple forms depends on the verb, especially when you are making a positive sentence. Every time I write a positive sentence in past, I need to identify if it's regular or irregular. And not only that, talking about regular, when it's regular, for example, you have to pay attention to the pronunciation. Pay attention to the pronunciation. No, for example, in this case, he discovered penicillin in 1928. Man landed on the moon in 1969. The Berlin Wall came down in 1989. So questions, this is for example, the first two. The first two were regular verbs, and the third one, it was irregular verb. And then we have questions. So questions, we have to forget about the rule of changing the verb, because in positive sentences, you change the verbs, yeah, depending which verb it's going to be. And the question, we need an auxiliary, and the auxiliary is did. Remember, did is only for question, is only for identifying or like mention that is past. For example, when did it happen? How long did people start using the internet? How much pocket money did you get? Yeah, and the verbs, if you notice, because it's already marked in the auxiliary that we are saying past simple, there is no need to conjugate the verb again. Yeah, so that's why it states, or it is in base form or infinitive form. Yeah, it doesn't matter the he, she, you, I, you, we, they, it doesn't matter. For example, here, there are exceptions. How many people die in the world, in the war? If you notice here, the verb, we don't have any auxiliary. We don't have the auxiliary or a subject. Yeah. And there is another. Why? Why is only past here? Because we don't know the number. We don't know. And the same happens with this. With who, we can put the past simple form. For example, who
For
came?
example, who was Cristobal Colon?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
But I was referring to other verbs. Who came to class yesterday? Who came to my class yesterday, guys?
I was.
Marlene, Diana, Karina, Celeste, Carolina. Yeah. In this case, I am writing who with a verb because I don't know the person. Yeah. I don't know the subject who did the action. That's why I don't need did. I don't need did here. Lo mismo pasa aquí con how many people died in the war. I don't know the number here and there's no need, no hay necesidad de ponerle did aquí. Solamente en how many bueno, en ciertas exceptions como how many o who, otro example con who cooked dinner yesterday or last Monday? Who cooked meal? Who cooked me? No, sorry. I didn't cook. My wife cooked meal or cook dinner last Monday. Yeah, Miriam, no, for example. I don't know the person. I don't know who did the action, so I have to say a person's name.
Teacher,
Yes, Marlene?
what identific the questions? Por ejemplo, did o el puro WH question y el verbo past.
So, how many y who. Pero también puede ser whose y otras preguntas, ¿vale? Depending on the context. But here, because we don't know the people o the number, como no sabemos el número ni las personas, entonces aquí se pone directo y no es necesidad de poner did, ¿vale? Pero no creo que venga en el examen,
Okay.
¿vale? Y bueno, recuerden que cuando no tenemos verbos, how many programs were there, ¿no? Aquí es were. Y bueno, como aquí
Because it's
por
plural.
Diana, who was Cristóbal Colón, ¿no? Christopher Columbus in English. Christopher Columbus. Who was, aquí sí, bueno, aquí es el verb to be. He was a discoverer, or he,
Was discover America.
well, actually, he rediscovered. Who came first to America?
Vikingos.
The Vikings.
Yes.
The Vikings, exactamente. So Christopher Columbus was a traveler and he rediscovered America.
Yeah. And he had the famous calavers Niña, Pinta, y Santa María.
Exactly.
Maybe she was
Yeah.
party yesterday.
He was what?
She was a party yesterday.
Who?
Yesterday.
¿Quién?
Okay. Yeah.
Who? I don't get your comment. Can you repeat, please?
Yes. She was
At a party yesterday, no?
uh-huh.
You are saying a sentence, no? Okay, she was at a party yesterday. Okay, so here no verbs, no hay verbos porque estamos diciendo el verb to be. Correct?
Okay.
Was you were, we use them when we don't have other verbs, yeah? When we don't have other verbs, like come, like discover, like any other verb, yes? Only is the verb to be. Remember, the verb to be in past is estaba, era,
Was.
o fue. Yeah. Okay. And finally, the negative, que no lo mencionan aquí, pero el negative ya lo sabemos. El negative es didn't. Y así como las preguntas, no es necesario poner the verb in conjugated form. I didn't do much. I didn't go out. I didn't cook. She didn't have any money. Anything, yes? Any sentence you can make negative with didn't and the verb in past. In past, no. The verb in infinitive form. Igual, si no tengo verbos, I wasn't here. She wasn't at home. She was in other place. Yeah. She wasn't my friend. They were at a hotel. They were at a hotel. So we don't have verbs, was and were. ¿Vale?
Okay. We only answer with yes, I did, no, I didn't.
Depending.
Depending of the
Depending
verb.
on the question, si te preguntan, did you come yesterday? Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Mhm.
No, I didn't. Pero si te pregunto, were you at the cinema last night? No me puedes contestar con yes, I did.
No, no, I was.
¿Cómo me contestarían, guys?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, I was.
No, I wasn't.
Or no, I wasn't. For example, Natalie, were you at university yesterday? Were you at university yesterday?
No, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. Was Caroline here in class yesterday? Was Carolina here in class yesterday?
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was.
Yes.
She was, ¿vale? Si nos preguntan con did, contestó con did. Si nos preguntan con
Yes,
was
ajá.
o where, nos contestamos con was or were, ¿vale? Okay, so we continue here, a little bit of time expressions. Just don't forget the time expression. When we use we use them for years. In the 1924, in 2000, in the 1990s, in 2017, in 2020, or we use it for seasons, no? For example, also we can say in winter, in summer, in the evening. Nada más que in aquí con seasons, it's like present, ¿no? It's present here, more like present. Hay uno que no menciona el libro que es last. Last, don't forget, last. Last, también es importante, last. Podemos decir last summer, last winter. Bueno, aquí nos marca in con el in the evening, in the morning, in September, ¿ya? Months of the year. Months of the year también usamos in. Y a specific day on October, on the 10th of October, on Christmas Day, on days of the week, yeah, on Saturday, on Sunday evening, and at the English class started a little bit later at 10 or at 10:12, no? This is at for time, huh? And ago is at the end, al final. I went there 10 years ago, for example. I was in England 11 years ago. The last time that I was in England was 11 years ago. Yeah, long time. It has changed a lot. Okay, so we go back to the page. Vamos a hacer lo que no hicimos. The first page, la primera página, the first page on the unit 7, which is this one. Yeah, so let's do the 20th century quiz. How much do you know about the events in the last century? Vamos a ver qué tal están aquí en history. Sin Google, no Google, don't Google the information, please. Because I know that you have access to internet, don't Google. If you don't know the information, you guess. Adivinamos, ¿vale? So, for example, the first one, when did Henry Ford sell the first Model T motor car? I think it was in 1908. I think it was in 1901. Yeah, or I think it was much later in 1918. So you guess. ¿Vale? Vamos a adivinar aquí. You guess. Okay, read the sentences, read the question, sorry, about the history. Don't Google about guessing, yeah, guessing. Ahorita ponemos el audio, yeah. But guess the years, guess what happened those years.
Finish, teacher.
One more minute. Okay, ready. Let's see if you were correct.
7.1 20th Century Quiz.
No se escucha, ¿verdad?
Sí, se escucha.
1.
B. Henry Ford sold the first Model T motor car in 1908. It cost $825 and came in grey, green, blue and red, but not black.
Yeah, it's very strange, but because it came in different colors except black.
2.
B. The Russian Revolution was in 1917. It started in St. Petersburg.
3.
C. About 50 million people died of flu between 1918 and 1919. It was more than died in the First World War.
Was one of the first pandemic, no? It was one of the first pandemic.
4.
C. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928. He discovered it by accident.
Yeah, he discovered by accident because he achoo sneeze. Yeah, now penicillin is part of our daily life if you get sick. Yeah.
5.
A. Superman first appeared in a comic collection in 1938, but the first Superman-only comic appeared in 1939.
It is one of the oldest superheroes. It is one of the oldest superheroes.
6.
B. John Atanasoff invented the very first digital computer in the 1930s. But the first programmable computers began to appear about 65 years ago.
65 years ago, even more than that, no? Because this book is a little bit old. So 75 years ago, the first digital computer, and only militaries, politicians had access to digital computers, and they were like very big, no? Very big. Now, as you can see, we can have a very compact PC or a very very small laptop, no?
7.
C. The first color TV cost $1,295 in 1955. In the 1970s, they cost around $350. This was still very expensive at the time.
8.
Yeah, imagine that it was very expensive. And there was a Mexican contribution, no, for TV color. Who was the person involved to the TV color? No?
I was a Mexican person, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, he was involved as well in TV color. His name was Guillermo Camarena.
Yes.
Guillermo González Camarena. Yeah, a Mexican engineer. He was a Mexican engineer who made a color wheel type of color television, no? I don't know if he started, but he contributed to the color TV. He was one of the contributors to the color TV. Yeah. Yeah. So next.
A. Neil Armstrong landed on the moon on the 20th of July 1969. The second man to walk there was Buzz Aldrin.
And some people consider that the first man who landed on the moon was a hoax, or maybe it was like fake, because in those times, United States and Russia, or the Soviet Union, were competing each other. So in order to be the ones who were first to conquer the moon, USA. Some people say that it was fake. They didn't go to the moon, but we don't know the reality, right? Because communism against capitalism, no, in Soviet Union, no, in those times, Russia, which is the same, no, it's like a communist country there, because Vladimir Putin has been in the power for so many years.
9,
C. The Berlin Wall came down on November the 9th, 1989. It was the beginning of the end for Communist Europe and the Soviet Union.
Yeah, and also USA was involved in that, no? The famous Cold War.
10,
A. Universities developed systems of communication between computers in the 1970s and 80s, but the general public first began to use the Internet about 25 years ago.
Maybe 35 years ago, no, because 10 years more. Yeah, thank you, Internet. Thanks to you, we have online classes. No?
Yes, I remember when I was 11 years old with my car, todito.com.
Yeah. Yeah, you were connected to the telephone. You were
Without
connected
my
to the
phone.
telephone, and
Phone.
when someone called, there was no line, or it kicked you out from the internet. And it was so slow. It was very slow. Okay, we already finished this part. Any questions here about history? No? So
No.
tomorrow we will have another quiz, general knowledge from around the world. I will make a quiz about it. Let's see how much do you know about history. Yeah. Okay.
Only true.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to page 72, guys. 72, we have practice WH question. It's so important that by now you should already know all the WH questions, because sometimes it happens that when I am asking different WH question in students, you don't know how to reply, how to answer. Very important to know or to identify the WH question. So let me explain a little bit the WH questions. Yes, so for example, we have, let me erase that. WH questions. What? So what? In these WH questions, we are not going to answer with yes or no. So this is incorrect when we answer yes or no questions. Depending on the WH question is going to be different, yeah? For example, if we talk about what, it can refer to an activity, a situation. name, no? For example, what's your name? Normally, it's followed by a noun, no? I think, yeah. So, for example, I can say, what sport did you play when you were a child or when you were younger? I play football, but then my knee was hurt, so I stopped playing. Mi rodilla. So, where? When do we use where?
For a place,
Exactly.
direct. Mhm.
When
To
I
have direct.
a place where your
Ubication
parents from?
and an ubication, maybe.
What? Say that again. Hear you
Um,
well.
and an ubication, o sea, la ubicación.
Location. Okay, location. Yes. Location. Why? When we want to know a reason.
Teacher,
I am.
for share things. Where is my bag? For example.
Yes. With where? Yeah.
Why? The reasons. Why do you cry?
Because, no? When we because normally we answer with because. Sometimes it's you can omit because and just give your reason. But it's like that. Yeah. Another question. Who?
For the person.
When I would like to know about the person. Exactly. Oh. Got here. Yeah, I'm not so fast, so sorry. Person. Then we have when.
When to ask any situation or day
About dates, no?
about date.
Day, time. What else?
Moments specific.
Specific moment. Specific moment. Okay. Let's see here. Then we have others like how much.
For now, price.
For price or for quantity. How many? Quantity as well.
Uncountable.
Countable, yes. And the other uncountable, no? How many students are we here in class? 15.
We are 15.
Maybe. No cuentan los que no tienen microphone.
For the money is how much?
Yes, as well. Yeah, all the time. How much money do you get paid in your company? You have to answer with money, obviously. 1,000, 10,000 pesos, etc. So what, where, why, when, how much, how many? It's missing something. Nos falta.
Which?
Okay, which is for options, no?
Mhm.
How? Yeah, how is missing. Only how.
Whose?
Whose as well, no? Possession. Whose for possession. So how, depending, it could mean, it could refer about the transport. How did you come to school? How do you come to work? Yeah, it could refer to transport, or it could refer to your health. How are you today, guys?
The age. To ask the age of a
What's
person.
the age? No, if I am using how old, of course. If I am using how old, of course, it is about the age.
Teacher, eso de how old solo se ocupa, por ejemplo, para decir la edad o también puede ser, por ejemplo, en referencia de ha pasado tanto tiempo.
Yes, the second one is correct. As you say, it is about the time, no?
¿Ok?
Okay. So now we can answer the exercise. So don't forget, depending, it can be in present, past, or I don't know what happened here.
Teacher, le faltó which.
Which, yes, which is for options. It's very similar as what, which. Yeah, very similar. The only difference here, which color do you prefer, no? Sometimes it has options. So after WH question, because we are learning past simple, they are normally followed by did, no? Okay. So let's do this part. Where did you go? To the shop. Yeah, so match one WH question with one B and with one answer from letter C. Match them, please. So the purpose that I explain about the question is because sometimes you are in this level and you don't identify or you don't know how to answer these questions, yeah? Luego, en el examen, there are WH questions in the reading part and me contestas con yes, I did, or yes, they did, or no, they didn't. So that's why it's so important to identify the questions, no? Okay, so let's play the listening part.
7.4 Questions and Answers. 1.
Where did you go?
7.4 Questions.
¿No suena como tipo robot?
Suena como algo, ajá.
Yeah, maybe it's the internet. It's the internet. So sorry about that.
and answers. 1,
Where did you go?
To the shops.
2,
When did you go?
Yesterday.
3,
Who did you go with?
A friend from work.
4,
How did you get there?
By bus.
5,
Why did you go?
Because I wanted some new clothes.
6,
What did you buy?
Some shirts and jumpers.
7,
How many did you buy?
3 shirts and 2 jumpers.
8,
How much did you pay?
£150.
Mhm.
Yep. So the answers are here. I hope that you can see because sometimes they are a little bit mixed, no? For example, this one, when did you go? Yesterday, no? Who did you go with? With a friend from work. Yeah. How did you get there? Because it's talking about the transport, no?
How did you go?
Did you get there by bus? Yeah. Did you go? Yes, it's acceptable, but normally because the action changes, llegar, normally how did you get there? Yeah.
Okay.
What did you buy? What did you buy? Some shirts.
And jumpers.
Huh?
Mhm.
How many did you buy?
Did you buy?
And
Mhm.
I bought
3 shirts.
3
and
shirts.
some.
How much
Did you pay?
did you pay? How much did you pay?
150 points.
Pounds.
Vamos.
Pounds.
Pounds. You know what is pounds, no? Have I shown you the pounds? No? No?
Libras.
Yes, libras esterlinas.
One friend came here
Oh.
to Cuernavaca. I stole him. Se lo robé. Because he lives in Bristol in the UK and he didn't give me anything. So I stole this money from him. Yeah, this is the new money, the new pounds. Who is this person? Who was that person? Can you recognize who was that person?
Churchill.
Yeah, Winston Churchill. He was one of the prime ministers during the Second World War. He led to the winners. And who is this?
He was the
handsome-
friend of the king.
The king. What's his name?
England.
Yeah, the king of
No.
England. But what's his name?
It's Carlos.
Carlos, sí.
Charles. Now, Carlos. Carlos is Mexican.
Charlie.
The second or the third, I don't remember. But Charles, the second,
Charlie.
Por infinito es Carlos.
yes.
Charlie, goodbye.
It has a hologram. Yeah, no. Yeah, it has an hologram here. But yeah, this is very much like a 50 pesos note. Yeah, the feeling is like that. Okay,
Ahora tienen que poner a Guillermo, profesor.
sorry.
Ahora tienen que poner a Guillermo porque ya se va Carlos.
Yes, I know. Anyways. Ojalá, quién sabe. Nadie lo quiere. No one liked the king. No one liked the king. When the queen
No, por infinito.
died. Yeah, because remember he was married to Diana, Lady D, Diana Spencer.
Lady D, the most
And
beautiful girl in
the-
England.
There are some theories, there are some theories that the queen, along with him, killed,
Mhm.
no, but he hated
Yes, sir.
Diana he didn't like Diana, that's why they don't like. Fue una revolution, that he was become king, so no, nadie lo quiere, yeah. No one believe in the monarchy anymore. Ya los quieren sacar, yeah, they want them out. They want the royal family out from England. And in many countries, for example, in Australia, in New Zealand, in the Falkland Islands, in Argentina, there is an island that was conquered by England long time ago, and now they want to be separated. They don't want to belong to the United Kingdom. Yeah, because of that, it started like a kind of revolution against the royal family, ¿no? The British royal family. Ya no los quieren, ¿ya? Entonces puede que dentro de 2 años ya they stop existing, or they are no more kings, and no more queens. But who knows? ¿Quién sabe? Who knows? Okay, so write the preposition. Vamos a ver, 11 o'clock, Karina, ¿con qué va? In, at, o on?
At 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock. Diana, night.
At night.
At night o last night también puede ser. Marlene, the evening. ¿Con qué va?
In the
In the
evening.
evening. Perfect. Natalie,
On Saturday.
correct. On Saturday. Tracy, Sunday morning. ¿Con qué va?
On Sunday morning.
Correct, because days of the week on. Next, Fabián, ¿con qué va the weekend? No, Fabián. Mariluna, the weekend.
At the weekend.
Correct, at the weekend or last weekend. Next, Saul, 2018. In, correct, because it's years. Next, Celeste, July.
In July.
In July, correct. Next, Andres, August 24th.
On August 24.
Correct, on August 24th. Next, please, Brittany, the summer.
In December.
Correct. Next, please, Carolina, the 20th century, the 20th century. In the 20th century, correct. Yes, so don't forget homework, because we are running out of time. Homework, ask and answer questions with when, but I want you to use an expression here. When did you go to bed last night? At 11 o'clock. I went to bed at 11 o'clock. So these are questions. So you have to answer the question, but answer them completely. I went to bed at 11 o'clock. I got up at 5 a.m. I arrived to work at 10 a.m. Yeah. And try to use as well time expressions, because tomorrow we are going to practice with a partner, ¿vale?
Te lo vamos a mandar por el WhatsApp, ¿verdad?
No, tomorrow we practice this. Tomorrow we practice, right?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
See you later. Bye.